How fast should you start seeing results when you start training for club head speed? It's a question I get a lot, and I always have some golfers who get frustrated because initially they make these huge improvements and they might add 5, 6 miles an hour to their club head speed in the first 2 weeks, and then nothing. Now it's 3 months in and they're like, well, I got so good in 2 weeks, why can't I continue getting better? It's kind of a two-part question. So a lot of golfers that I work with will see that huge jump just in the first few weeks or the first few months. They either haven't trained or they haven't optimized their training. They haven't been thinking of the right positions and cues and golf swing. They don't know how to produce that power. And we've basically taught their brain how to move again and how to efficiently produce force, how to use the ground to create club head speed, things like that. That stuff is quick. I couldn't tell you how many golfers I've had pick up 4 or 5 miles an hour, even in that first week or two. They text me after the first few weeks. They just had a lesson. They're on track, man. The speed's way up. They're pumped. They're thrilled. It's great. And then they start texting me 2 months later, and they're like, hey, Joe, I'm a little disappointed. I haven't gained any club head speed since that first few weeks. Well, in the first few weeks, you gain improved neuromuscular control, coordination, things that make you use your muscles more efficiently, engage more muscle fibers. And that stuff is fast. If you want to get speed from legitimate increases in strength, it's a much longer term project. In fact, if you look at muscle hypertrophy, which is actual growing of muscle, that takes 6 weeks at a minimum. So they've done that in the research. They've basically sorted people in different groups and said, how long does it take to build a appreciable change in muscle size and or strength? And that's 6 weeks minimum. So when we're getting neuromuscular control, it's quick, it comes fast. When we're talking about improvements in strength, increasing our club head speed, it takes a little bit longer. So you have to know what to expect. It's a training philosophy I've always had, and it's that consistency long term is what's going to get you to the top. Sure, you can get to the middle of the pack like this. Your club head speed's low, you start working, you improve some mobility, you get a little bit better control, club head speed shoots up. Now you're starting to get toward the upper part of the kind of mediocre club head speed, or maybe even to the bottom of the fast club head speed. But then you think you're going to keep doing that consistently, and that just doesn't happen unless you put in the work long term. I mean, go back, read some of these stories about the tour guys gaining club head speed. It happens over months and years. That should be your expectation other than that initial burst of speed. So take that initial burst of speed, take that added 10 to 15 yards. It's awesome. It's a ton of fun. But know after that, you're picking up 3 and 4 yards every few months. But on the other side, remember, if you put in that work for a good 3, 4, 5 years, then you might add 25, 30, 40 yards of worth of club head speed in that amount of time. And if you just get frustrated and you stop training, you're not going to get that club head speed at all. And then you're going to be right back where you were when you probably first found me trying to get into a new training plan to increase club head speed. So be patient, be consistent, work hard. I promise you the speed will come. Thanks. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I'll catch up with you later.